Welcome to the Nameless Voices podcast. This is episode 38, and what in the hell happened to my warm autumn? It is freezing cold out of nowhere. My name is Nanashi. I'll be your host for the evening, and I apologize in advance for whatever this show's going to be. Joining me tonight is a menagerie of personalities. Writing in on the common writer suit, it's AI Ignister.
What's the game? What's the game? What's the name? What's the name? It's me. Hi. Hello.
How long did you work on that one for?
Literally just now.
Very nice, very nice.
We have our fellow furry Yugi tuber, Mr. Orichalcum.
Yeah, here's a tip. To the fireworks out there, can you please, don't. You're scaring my dog.
We have the wild child himself, Lone.
Hello. How's everyone doing today?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
He is the thing that goes bump in the night. It's Raven.
Hello. Also, I'd like to ask Ori something. When you beat me up in the first episode of the Trash Off, why did you Pegasus me, seal me away in the normal monster card with no stats?
I'm working on it.
Well, at least you
Yeah, it's a pretty
temporarily
trash
let me
card.
out. Damn.
It's a great trash card, Raven. There's
You're a
no
trash-
support for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nanashi, I made your friend Raven into a normal monster with no name or stats.
Better that than a marketable plushie.
True. Fair point.
We have our token salad player, Renegade Wings. He has disappeared to make the questionable tilapia.
Oh, Ori got him.
Got to deal with.
He is every card game player's worst nightmare by name, Tim Brick.
My God, Phoenix and Guardians for the God Lord of 2023.
And we have our dedicated Smash player, Yosh.
Smash is fucked right now. I feel so bad.
I bet you do, and we're gonna
When is
get
it
to that in a
not?
few minutes.
When is it not when, to be fair?
Okay, you got me there. Alright, so first things first, how is everyone today?
It's all good.
Kind of mixed, I won't lie. The reason being is that I had the very unfortunate news of having a close friend of mine from church pass away this week.
I am so sorry, man.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, he was amazing. On top of being a great friend, he was also a fantastic teacher. Still shook about it.
I bet you are. Like, losing a friend like that always hurts. There's no way around it.
And yeah, that somehow that's distracting me from my main point I was about to bring up. The trip that I had to Sicily at the start of October.
Oh, right, you went to Sicily. How did that go?
It's beautiful. We went. We were around the east side of the island, various places, including, of course, going up Mount Etna.
I mean, judging by the photos you sent, I bet it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
And-
it
those were-
was.
Those were some nice shots.
We couldn't sadly go up to the top because it was too windy, but it was beautiful.
Well, I'm glad you at least enjoyed your trip.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, since we are on a bit of a low note, I actually have a few things to get us started with that have pissed me off and should probably piss everyone off.
Oh,
no
boy,
doubt.
I can't wait.
All right, well, let's...
Honestly, I've been feeling mixed today myself. I'm over here feeling like I'm about to get down with the sickness from
Well-
something my brother probably gave me. And
Well-
I also have the Dead Space remake booted up, so it's like, do I be happy or sad?
Well, let me give you
Yes.
something to go down to, and then you can climb back up. Number one, I think this has affected everybody, the YouTube ads situation.
Frick off.
Wait,
happened?
I actually have not heard. Are they
Me
getting worse
too.
with their ads?
They have made it now so that if you do not have ads active or have an ad blocker, you are no longer allowed to watch videos on their platform.
The
I
hell?
think a state sued them for that.
And that is why piracy, and that is why the pirates always succeed.
Wait, what happens to YouTube videos that don't have ads in general?
It's not about that. See, here's what it is. If they detect that you have an ad blocker on your browser at all, you can watch 3 more videos, and then you can't watch anything else.
Isn't there already an anti ad blocker for that already?
There is. It's called ad nauseum, I believe, is allowing you to get around that. But I'm going to be honest, it's getting more and more annoying to have to deal with ads in general. It wouldn't be so bad if we had the option to volunteer to watch them to support our favorite platforms, but that's not what's happening. We're being forced to watch something in lieu of paying for something that was already free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
I
what-
heard. I think a state sued YouTube for that.
I think so.
I don't know.
Did a state sue YouTube
I think
for that?
YouTube would still probably get sued anyway because of the whole Sniper Wolf situation.
Oh, let's not
Oh,
get into that
yeah.
one. I was going to sidestep that one entirely because that is just kerfuckled on a whole number of levels.
What
Tell me
Yeah.
about it. Honestly, I would not be surprised if California did actually sue YouTube for that.
Well, I will say
You
this.
want to know something funny?
Hmm?
I actually used to watch Sniper Wolf.
I think we all did at one point or another, and then we all just kind of drifted over to Jack's films. Possibly, it's hard to
I
keep
never
track of where
did.
everyone ended
I
up.
never watched Sniper Wolf.
But
This is the first time I
Or
heard of
that
this.
film.
I haven't.
In that matter, I didn't know who they were until until the Fusterclub happened.
I'd see them like everywhere out of the blue, but never watched them. I just know that all of their videos have that fucking Team Samurai X1 fleshlight face reaction, like whenever he's doing the ban list reactions, it's something similar. And she recycles like the same facial expression for like 3 or 5 videos in a row.
It's true. Now,
Huge.
what I was leading to was this. Because YouTube has slowly but surely made it impossible for people to enjoy the free stuff that they were always supposed to be able to enjoy, I have started to not use YouTube in lieu of using a secondary platform that lets you watch their stuff without the ads called Piped.
Not surprising
Wait.
at all.
Wait, what?
It's called Piped.yt. It's YouTube without the ads. It's a bare bone view platform kind of thing. In addition to that, if anything should happen to YouTube for me because of everything that's happening right here, I've actually started re-uploading my stuff on secondary platforms like BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble. I don't care where. I'm going to make sure that all my stuff is viewable from wherever I can put it.
I know you said BitChute, but it sounded like you said bitch shoot, and I had to do a double take.
Yeah, sorry. I can't seem to talk today.
No, trust
Yes,
me,
my
I've been in the same place. You're cool.
Oh, yes,
Now,
my
can
favorite streaming
Can I bring up a
website,
situation?
BitChute.
Can I bring up a situation?
Sure, go ahead. What's up?
Actor Junya Ikeda getting arrested, which actually hurts me.
Okay, yeah. For those of you who actually watch Super Sentai and the like, he was the actor for Gokai Silver in the Gokaiger Pirate series. He was arrested for impersonating a cop and him and an accomplice stealing a woman's debit card.
And then for those who watch,
I thought he was the
Digimon,
victim.
it's also Joe Keto.
Mm-hmm.
Joke,
So much shit is going down in the world. And then on top of that, going to the next topic on my list, Twitter is now testing charging out new members $1 a month for their basic functions.
Elon
Oh,
Musk
yeah,
try not to
yeah,
ruin
I've heard.
Twitter any more than it already has.
Yeah,
Impossible.
I've heard about this. There was an interview where they were asking.
The good news is it doesn't appear to be applying to new American subscribers. It's for specific countries out on the outskirts.
Idea, and this man's brilliant idea was, oh, what if we made everyone pay a paid subscription instead of, I don't know, implementing a CAPTCHA that has worked everywhere else?
And on the subject of paid subscription, that actually takes me to my third topic. You remember how last podcast I was praising Red vs. Blue for getting ready to release their final season?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
They have taken down every single video they've ever made for Red vs. Blue except for the first season, supposedly in lieu to put it on Rooster Teeth first, just like what they did with Ruby.
Oh yeah, you put this in the vent channel.
Yeah, it is very rare that something like this irks me to the point where I need to say something, but it's... I am just not happy. So what I've done is I've taken all the videos that they've ever made, which I happened to download a few years ago, and put them all on a Guilded server exclusively designed to show Red vs. Blue content.
Makes sense.
Hell yeah.
So now I can just watch it whenever I want.
Pretty much.
But now that we've gotten those particular topics out of the way, and I feel a little bit better for getting it out of my system, I'm going to start bringing the direction back up. How many of you guys have seen The Amazing Digital Circus?
Oh yes.
Yes, 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 yes,
have.
yes.
I'm pretty sure everyone here has glimpsed about it or has heard of it.
No, this is the first time.
It has been trending a fair bit.
Over 50 million views, by the way.
They get
I think it's
more.
60 now.
They got more views on one video than most cable networks see in a day.
I mean, this was the same studio that gave us the likeness of Meta Runner, so I'm not surprised.
And Murder Drones.
Mhm.
Not that
I was
that's.
about to say that.
Yeah.
But I will
Yeah,
say this.
also-
Go ahead.
And to think that
One
it
thing-
existed, to think that it was shitposting before.
Yeah, no kidding.
Red versus Blue. The whole digital circus. That was a bit trippy.
Yeah, tell me
Hi,
about
Connor.
Hello.
it. Hey, Connor, you finally made it in.
I also mostly, when I first heard that was a thing, the Amazing Digital Circus, it was mostly because I've seen a shit ton of people on Twitter simp for that one rabbit character.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
Jax.
The new Tumblr
Yeah,
section, man.
Jax, the dude who's also voiced by the same guy who voices Angel Dust.
Yup. Apparently
I
that was
hate
another
him.
thing. Has Been Hotel apparently has been cleared to go on to, I believe it was Netflix,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
but Angel
Wait,
Dust's
was it- I
voice
thought it was
appears to be
Amazon Prime.
changed.
Wait, was it
Yeah.
was it Netflix or was it Amazon TV? No, wait, that's
Yeah,
I think it was
Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
It was
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, I think so.
So
In any case, Amazing Digital Circus is doing incredibly well. I've looked into most of the voice actors, and there is one that stands out for me. As it happens, the voice actor for Pomni is also the English voice actor for Trish from JoJo Part 5.
Wow.
Oh, that.
no way. That's cool.
weird.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
It's an
No, one
interesting
of the,
little tidbit.
JoJo reference.
It
The-
kind of reminds me, I believe it was either the Japanese VA or the English VA for Yuya was also the voice of Giorno.
Giorno Giovanna, yep, same one. Yuya
I
Sakaki's
won't
Japanese
lie,
voice
one of
actor
the
from
main
Yu-Gi-Oh!
attractions
RV.
For me, one of the main attractions was for Kane's voice actor, Alex
Oh,
Rockin.
Oh, I looked
Comedy
into him.
Perfect casting, especially after he went more viral, super viral with his Spamton.
Oh god.
Yeah, one that surprised me was Gosei Knight from Ghost Sager and Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
Oh, you have no idea, dude. The voice for the driver in Gotchard is also Communist Japanese VA.
Oh yeah, I think you did mention that.
Yeah, I did.
Nanashi, did I ever tell you about it took them 2 years, but they managed to find the original voice for the Fies driver
Mm-hmm.
for Next Fies and the announcer.
Yep. You did mention that, actually.
Yeah, like holy shit.
They went out of
That
their way
must
for
be-
that one.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, also, with the new Legend special, guess who's the voice of the Legend driver?
Who?
Oh.
The same dude who did the voice of the Deca driver.
No kidding.
Like,
Oh.
if you hear it, like, if you saw the second special and you hear it, it's the same thing.
Cool. I'll be
Like,
sure to
he-
look out for
it's-
that when I see it.
Yeah, it's said the same way, done the same thing. It just says Kemi Rise instead of Common Ride.
Sounds good. But going back a moment, somebody mentioned JoJo reference. That actually takes me to my next topic. Who saw the new Helluva Boss episode?
Yeah.
No,
No spoilers, please.
Mamon's musical?
Well, yeah,
Hold on.
I'm not going to
Wait,
spoil
hold on.
anything
I'm
about the episode. I will not do that. However, I do want to point out a voice in that episode. That's all. Is that okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Sound good?
Okay. It turns out, and it took me a while to realize it, the voice for as they've announced clearly, Mammon, who's going to be in this episode, is going to be voiced by Knifey from High on Life.
I have no idea who that is.
High on Life is
Oh,
that
I
video
know.
game that was made by the guys who did Rick and Morty.
It's the Doom-like game where you kill aliens and battle the intergalactic cartel.
Oh, that
With
one.
some of the
Okay.
worst humor, with some of the worst dialogue over the past decade, as in outspoken would be proud.
It was written by the same dude who made Rick and Morty, so it's going to be bound with edgy 12-year-old humor.
What can you do, you know? Sometimes it's funny, sometimes
Not
it's
an
not.
excuse. Not an excuse in the
No,
slightest.
no, I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying be expectant of that, because when I played it, I was constantly face-palming it. Like, there were so many great opportunities for jokes, I will admit, but this brand
right
of
back.
humor is just not
time, man.
landing.
Alright, well, there is one last thing I wanted to bring up, which I find personally hilarious, but I'm sure I'm going to get mixed reactions for bringing this up. There was a teacher in Florida, a 4th grade teacher, who thought it would be a cool idea to take her class and see a movie.
Oh,
You know what movie she ended up picking?
What?
The new Winnie the Pooh movie.
Oh my god. And you said this was in Florida, right?
Florida, yep. The 4th grade teacher in Florida took her kids to see the new Winnie the Pooh movie, Blood and Honey.
Why am I not surprised?
Why?
Those
You
Rick
see
and
the
Oh no.
you see
Rick
the
and
poster
idiots.
and you see the poster of an axe-wielding Pooh Bear and you're seeing the title. Why are you acting surprised?
On the subject of title, axe-wielding Pooh Bear is probably gonna win. Just saying.
What's even
Man enough
Yeah.
to watch. If I'm
What's
not
even
man enough to
funnier-
watch that movie, imagine how the kids might feel.
Exactly. Here's the best
Yeah.
part. That's why I brought it up the way I did, because obviously it's kind of fucked up, but it's also hilarious. And apparently they had to order a therapist for half the students.
You know what's even funnier? It reminds me of the time this mother took her son to see the 2019 Joker movie and went online complaining because she thought it would be a child-friendly. She was like, "Oh, it's the Joker
Joker?
from Batman. This
Boy.
should be wholesome family fun." And then she's just like, "Oh no!" In like the first couple of minutes, I had to take my kid out of there because there was so much graphics. And they're just sitting there like, "Bitch, this is a rated R movie about
No.
a Joker who kills people."
My wife and I went to see the Ted movie, and there were kids in strollers in there watching it.
What?
Some people just don't deserve to, honestly, it feels wrong to say, but some people shouldn't have kids.
Some people just...
Yeah.
I get where you're going with it. There's no nice way to put it, but yeah, some people just do not deserve the responsibility.
Yeah.
There
All
are
children
easier
deserve
ways.
parents,
Yeah,
but not
there-
all parents
Public
deserve
domain
children.
moment indeed, Connor.
Yeah, there's you want to traumatize your kids. There are easier ways than making them. Oh my, what in the? I am.
All
I
right.
heard that Blood and Honey is getting a sequel.
Oh!
Why?
Getting a
The movie
sequel.
was-
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, and the same creators of this, by the way, also made a horror movie around the Grinch, the mean one.
Oh, you know it's gonna be good if that's the case. Okay, you know what?
no.
If they do make a
Which
sequel,
I'm
I'm gonna go down and watch it
Well, then.
myself.
Oh no.
Oh
Found out
god.
the information.
But yeah, I just
Yeah,
thought that was all really
exactly.
fun. Now, that's the last fun, interesting topic I had to bring up. But real quick, Connor, you mentioned you had something you wanted to talk about. Care to tell me what it is, real quick?
Doctor Who.
Ah,
Pretty juicy stuff over the last month. More
interesting.
specifically over the last 2 weeks.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Would you care if we save that until after the card games section?
Exactly.
Sounds good. Just wanted to make sure we had a proper allotment for it. Because the first thing we're going to do now that we're going to dive into the card game topics is talk about the Digimon card game.
Ignista, I'm gonna let you open.
The Digimon O2 movie is going to be releasing in American theaters on the 8th of November for the dub and the 9th of and the day after for the Japanese subtitles English subs.
Nice.
Yeah, I as someone who has grown up with 02 as their first I think it was their my first exposure to Digimon.
Yeah, day after this video popped on YouTube. The VOD.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. But anyways, I was saying, yeah, as someone whose first exposure to Digimon was 02, I'm just really excited for this movie.
As you should be.
And kind of as a bit of a preparation for it, just help get my excitement up, I actually watched for the first time in its original Japanese sub, Children's War Game and Revenge of Diabormon, as you know. It was actually my first time watching Revenge of Diabormon as well, so...
Very
But
nice.
yeah.
You didn't invite me, how dare you?
Next time we have a live next time anyone wants to watch a movie or something, maybe we'll like have a live showing or something and record us all watching it together or something. I don't know.
Oh, I agree, yeah. That should go with that. We should definitely plan that.
Maybe we'll
also, speaking of the O2 movie, if I remember correctly, there's gonna be like a little like promotion thing going on where like the first 50 people to arrive in a theater, they get the new promo cards.
Ooh.
That's right. The new promo cards will be in for the first 50, and then it will be then later be available for the first like initial orders of the upcoming Blast Ace booster box, which will be out later this month in English. But of course, it will be limited in select stores and for a limited time, and it's more like a trial deck more than anything. But yeah, I am. Those new promo cards are kind of top notch. Won't lie.
I bet.
Also hilarious to continue on with the beginning is they're also promoting alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah, they have their own like promotional sake.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, that sounds good.
But I just thought I'd bring that up.
That's fine. That actually sounds weirdly interesting. I wonder if it's any good.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I won't drink the stuff, so.
I've drank sake once in my life. I picked it up from a bar right next door to a gas station, so you know that's gonna be quality.
Clearly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. It was 2 towns over from me. It was a weird bar. I got invited by a friend. I won't go into it because I don't remember much from that night. I just remember it tasted like hot water and it went down like acid.
Oh, God.
Well, don't worry. Digimon Adventure 02 will give us Sakemon.
Probably. They'll change it to like Hot Sauce Mon or something.
I was about to make that joke.
Well,
it's gonna be like GX all over again, where they just have where they replace all the alcohol with hot sauce, and it's like, hey, little Timmy, look, you can drink hot sauce like water. Isn't that funny and quirky?
No,
I'm
but
hang on. Ori, what were you gonna say?
Funny you mention that kind of censorship, because Digimon Data Squad or Savers had a similar censorship where a Digimon known as Bombernanemon, I believe it was called, was changed in the dub to Citrusmon.
Oh.
Where instead of throwing bombs, it threw explosive oranges.
Okay.
No, we can't have children be exposed to bombs.
Oh,
Well, whatever will we do?
Vitamin C bomb.
Bombs and stuff like Tom and Jerry or something. God.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Digimon predicted the Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare games.
Oh lord.
Oh.
Nice.
Mom, they stole the idea from that game.
Hilarious.
Okay,
then. Let's go back to the topic of the card game. We finally got the starter decks for Dragon of Courage and Wolf of Friendship in English. And as I said earlier, the 14th booster set of Blast Ace will be out later this month on the 27th, 24th, I want to say. Over
So-
in Japan, we've got some very big news. We've actually had a ton of reveals for the starter deck of Double Typhoon. I think the full set has been out, which also
Actually, I
includes.
don't think it's been. Wait, I don't think it's been released, but the full list
not
is
yet.
out.
It's not out yet, but I think the whole set is. All the contents
Yeah.
are being revealed.
Yeah,
And interestingly enough, it contains a new Magnamon,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
which doesn't even flow with the deck at all, but is mainly there to help promote the next booster set. And speaking of which, they finally revealed a new card for booster set 16 Beginning Observer. A 3-colored Magnamon X antibody. Secret
Wait.
rare.
Ooh.
Hold on. Let me show it.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah, go ahead and drop that in the chat.
Yeah, because it is beautiful.
Oh. I don't even play this game, and I think that's
Yellow.
good looking art.
Oh, yeah.
May
You're
I,
telling
Let's
me.
take a look.
May I explain what it does?
Go
Real
right
quick,
ahead.
sure.
Okay, so it is a Mega Vaccine Holy Warrior Royal Knight and X Antibody type Digimon. It digivolves from any 2-colored card with Magnamon in its name for a cost of 5. It has Blocker and Armor Purge. And when digivolving,
Welcome back.
and when digivolving, if Magnamon X or a card with Armor Form in its traits is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, it is unaffected by card effects, gets plus 3 KDP until the end of the opponent's turn, and unsuspends itself.
Huh.
Insane.
Explain.
That's
And
that's strong.
all turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from a security stack, activate one of these Digimons when digivolving effects.
Ridiculous. I
Is
know.
it,
And also,
is it better
it also
or
has, like-
worse than
Well then.
Metagroomon X?
let's not talk about that. We don't
No.
talk about
Yeah,
that.
please not.
Okay,
anyways,
stupid loser who doesn't play the Digimon TCG over here. How easy is this guy to shit out?
Yes.
Yes, pretty much.
When you
Because-
asked, it was already played.
Yep. Because we already
Mhm.
have a card that helped cheat it out. Awakening of the Golden Knight. A 3-cost option card which can evolve one of your Digimon with Armor Form in its traits into a Magnamon without paying the cost and ignoring evolution requirements, and then giving it DP minus immunity until the end of the next turn.
Ooh.
And also,
So,
and also a
also,
big thing about the new Magnamon X, it's also treated as having 3 in its traits.
Oh boy.
yeah, I was about to bring that up.
Yeah. Which actually goes incredibly well with helping search it out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
to
and,
say that this new card is cracked is an understatement.
Just like you.
That Oh yeah, there's also a card that can take its effects. By the way.
Yeah, Jessamon GX, I know.
Okay.
And you know that everybody will probably try to use it in either Jessamon or even use one GX in the new Magnamon deck.
Oh, 100%. For Jesmon, it's a searchable. Actually, no, I was about to say it's a searchable Blitz Omni, but Blitz Omni himself is also searchable in Jesmon.
Yeah, basically. Okay, so then, continuing on with the card game, in Japan, we actually got some news about the next set. Expansion Set 6, Infernal Ascension. And it's
Ooh.
going to be based around the angels and demons of the digital world. And the main things that we know about it is that Mastymon and Ragnarlordmon will both be getting their Ace evolutions, but there'll be Jogress evolutions or DNA digivolutions.
Jogress.
Jogress. Yeah, it's their version of DNA Digivolve.
Yeah. And apparently
Our
the
first-
3 great angels will be featured with their Ace evolutions. So that's
Also,
Raphimon,
the-
Funimon, and Cherubimon.
Also, the 7 great demon lords.
I am fearful for my life for when we get Agudamon, or maybe even Luthimon Satan mode.
No.
Oh,
no,
100%.
Before we move,
Wait. Roll back. What was that guy's name? Sorry?
Which one?
The one you just talked about.
Luthimon
Satan
Satan mode, or Shadow Lord mode in the dub.
It's like you just play Satan more card, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's the thing. It is
Yep.
called Satan mode in the
still-
original.
Because this is the first time I'm hearing about it. I still can't believe they have something called Jogress as like a sort of digi-evolution. I'm just sitting here thinking, oh, so they just make a Joe Mama joke and then they digivolve. That's fun.
Nah. No, not like that at all.
You're funny.
Yeah, no.
If only.
That's wishful
If only
thinking.
indeed.
Could you imagine if that was how that worked, though? How many people would probably quit the game? Oh, if you
Who
want to
knows?
digivolve under these conditions, you have to say Joe Mama.
Oh boy.
It's so dumb, but it seems like something someone would do to troll like a bajillion people who play this game.
Oh,
No.
of course they would.
I have some traumatizing shit to bring up now.
Regarding Digimon,
No, Vanguard.
we haven't gotten that far.
We're not done yet with Digimon
Oh,
because
okay.
Yeah.
because
Don't worry,
we
man.
got a new ban list. Yeah, we're not quite done with Digimon because we got a new ban list update on the 17th of October and took effect on the 27th. We actually have
Well,
a
those-
lot of changes. So
Two of those were to me specifically. I swear.
okay, yeah, of course. So anyway, for these changes, ST6 and BT2 Purple Gabumon, BT13 Geogreymon, EX4 Matt Galgamon, and Eismon Scatter Mode are all restricted to 1, but the big changes are that BT6 Savior Huckmon and Tommy Himi are both unrestricted. So you can now play those two at 4 copies per deck, at up to 4.
Damn.
Yeah, but I think why these changes were made, well, the 2 Gabumons were primarily made to hurt the consistency of the Purple Garurumon X engine, which is basically running havoc in the Japan game. No thanks to Apakalimon Mill.
yeah.
Also, like the reason why. Also, if I heard like some people like complaining that like no EX5 Garou stuff got hit, but like my guess to that is that well we don't have EX5 here, and this list affects both sides of the game.
Huh.
Well,
So
my
it's-
theory to that is that when we get EX5 or BT15 in English, Bandai will drop an emergency ban list that will specifically target Purple Guru X. That's my theory. They've done it similarly for when we got the Black Greymon X antibody with BT11's arrival, so
Oh yeah,
It's not too
true.
far-fetched. Eismon Scatter Mode was hit for the similar reasons, because of consistency, and also Apakali Mill. BT13 Geogreymon, self-explanatory, hurting the consistency of Shine Greymon, though it feels more like a slap to the wrist more than anything.
Well, as long as I still get to play Shine Greymon, I'm good.
Yeah.
I-
And Matt
No.
Galgamon, also self-explanatory. I think Mirage Galgamon is also, like, especially crazy good in Ultimate Cup format. And then, as they mentioned on their site, Savior Huckmon and Tommy Himi, it's at a point where both can be played at full power without, anything falling
Shenanigans?
back because of power creep mainly. And that's really all I have in terms of Digimon, unless I'm missing anything else.
As far as I'm concerned, there should be nothing else. Let me double check. Oh yeah, we got new alt arts.
Oh yes, some nice. Oh yeah. Oh shoot! That freaking reminds me. Hold the frick up. Oh yeah, Blastace will now come with has a chance of a very low pull rate of Imperial Dramon Paladin mode as a gold rare.
Interesting.
And it is beautiful. Let me save and send it because it just needs to be seen to be believed. It is honestly gorgeous to see. Thanks, Mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
It's like nothing but white and gold.
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh yeah, didn't we see this?
Oh my god, that is bloody beautiful. Why can't we get this for Yugi? Or better.
I'm sorry, what were you gonna say, Lone?
Konami.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it was...
Vanguard
Fucking
also done
voice.
similar things.
Guys.
Us, like,
I was trying to ask Lone something. What
I
were you gonna say, Lone?
I was gonna tell Ori, isn't that the mom we saw from the movie a couple?
Yeah, Revenge of Diaboromon, yeah. That's
Okay.
right, Paladin mode.
Hold up, let me pull up.
I grew up with Zero too, okay? I can fanboy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Anyways, I am pulling up the alt art that we are getting.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. There's 8 of them.
Oh. Okay. Was there anything else card game wise that you had to talk about?
Well, aside from the BT2 Gabumon and Icemon being hits to me personally, nah, I got nothing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
There's
the
a lot more here.
championship ones.
Okay.
More Digimon cards.
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
well, if that was the last thing Digimon-wise, then the next topic on the list would be Pokemon. I think Yosh mentioned he had something to talk about with Pokemon?
Okay, so when it comes to the TCG, nothing new has come up. We got a new set. We got Armarouge and Ceruledge EX, which are good for the fire type decks because fire types have apparently always been good in TCG. I say apparently because there was a point where there were other types that were good, but most of the time it's fire type and maybe electric. But that's not what I'm hyped about. What I'm hyped about is that there were some regionals that happened this weekend that passed, and apparently, for the first time, Amoonguss is not in the top 10 most used Pokemon.
Really?
Ever since it's been introduced into Pokemon in Gen 5.
Huh.
Dang.
Wait, you're talking about
anyone who
competitive
plays
or
competitive
card?
Pokemon or competitive doubles, anyone who plays competitive Pokemon knows Amoonguss is like the end-all be-all when it comes to doubles. It is the Pokemon that can't be power crept. It's literally like that one Walter White meme. I'm not the danger. I'm not in danger. I am the danger. It's literally that.
He's a big staller.
The reason for that is, he's got Regenerator. His typing's really good defensively. His stats are really good, and he's got really good support tools like Rage Powder, Pollen Puff, and Spore. The reason he's got pushed out though is because they added so many good grass types this gen, and he's not seen as a poison type even though he has grass poison, because he has too much overlap with grass types. He has too many grass type tools specifically. The reason he's like kicked out those grass types are Ogerpon, the new legendary. Two of its forms just do support better. One is better aggressively, one is better defensively, and the defensive one is you can barely call it support Pokemon because that thing can like one-shot most Pokemon, despite the fact it's made for support.
Huh. Sounds
Finally,
like
also because they
VGC
added
is
back
good.
they added back Rillaboom, which he's just grassy terrain and grassy glide the character. And there was one more they added, I don't remember his name, but basically like they've added so many good grass types, now it's being pushed out alongside with Heatran now running Terra Grass, meaning it doesn't get affected by Spore, the main reason you want Amoonguss, as well as Cresselia having Heal. It's either Heal Bell or something else that removes status, which, as you can imagine, isn't good for a Pokemon all about status. So it's not bad, but it's interesting that the face of doubles got pushed out of top 10 for the first time ever. Power creep is that bad in Gen 9.
That's sounds relatable.
Yeah, but it's never been to this degree. Hell, Arcanine is still in the meta. Arcanine's been in the game since Gen 1, and granted, it's Suian, but regular Arcanine was still used in doubles in Gen 9. And so was Gyarados, and so was Dragonite. So many Gen 1 Pokemon. It's just it's fun to imagine a face specifically.
What were we gonna say, Lone?
Just you wait until the DLC is released. It's bringing back a couple of the very good meta Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. They all look funny, but the one I'm really scared of is Smeargle, because Smeargle is literally just copy-paste the Pokemon. Literally, whatever you need for your team, it can do it.
More so than
Ditto
Ditto?
damage.
Pokemon.
More than Ditto. Ditto just copies something your team has, or something the enemy team has, depending on what you bring, whether you bring it with Limber or Imposter. With Smeargle, you can give it any move in the game, aside from maybe 5. It can do anything. You want Spore? It can use it. You want Paralysis with Thunder Wave? You got it. You want Healing with Pollen Puff? You got it. You want Strength Sap to lower attack of the enemy team? You got it. There's so many things this thing can do, and usually it's run support just because, even though it has no stats for damage, but with the fact that it can run any move, it literally can just bring teams together that would not work without it.
What's its ability?
It is literally a glue. I'm sorry? What is the what?
Its ability.
I don't remember its abilities. The abilities don't really matter. I believe its abilities are Limber, and there's one more. Tempo, I think? So it's like the borderline good ability. Like, I say borderline very sparingly. This thing's abilities are trash, but you're not using it for the abilities. You're using it for the fact it can use any move in the game and any combination of moves.
Well, if it had the ability Prankster, it could Trickster, it could use all its non-damage.
If it had Prankster, this thing I guarantee would be in Ubers. I would not even be joking. And I'm talking about in singles. In doubles, it would probably be banned too, because they didn't have it in Gen 8 just because they were trying to figure out how to even get this thing to work in the current gen. With dynamic speed, now thanks to Smeargle and its 4 moves of wherever the fuck you want, if it puts Tailwind up, because its speed is actually pretty decent. If you put Tailwind up, that's it. Your team just gets the win. And also, or if you want to run Spore, or if you want to run Trick Room on it, or if you want to run, say, like what's one that most people don't use? Strength Sap, Sub, Protect, Toxic. You know, the standard. I'ma just stand here and be an annoying little prick build.
Fair enough.
This thing can do everything, and I'm terrified for it. And it comes out in December. And I'm also terrified for that. Thank God it doesn't come out this month. My birthday's this month. I don't need more trauma.
What? It's being released early, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You want to play competitive?
Early.
Like all the new ones.
I play it. I'm not good at it because I'm not like, I don't really think in terms of like thinking my opponent ahead in that. Smash is a different story because you're watching them play it out, whereas Pokemon you have to predict most of it, and you can only do so much. Like, some stuff is obvious, of course. Like, if you're staring down a Dragonite in a team and the other Pokemon is Ganozu, let's say Iron Hands, obviously it's going to be Iron Hands uses Fake Out, Dragonite tears into normal and uses Extreme Speed. But that's obvious. I'm talking about, like, stuff where it's the more common stuff that even then you'll still be confused about because there are multiple options for that common stuff.
Alright, was that all the Pokemon news?
That's all Pokemon. Before we move on to whatever else, I just want to get this in so that way I don't ramble on too much at the end.
Okay.
This is the Smash thing. Nintendo had a really interesting approach to Smash recently. Anyone who's been on Twitter or YouTube has seen it. I don't know if they made the post for America yet. I do know it's for Europe and Japan.
That's an interesting way to
for
say
hosting a tournament.
I was going to say, that's an interesting way of saying they practically gutted every single Smash tournament from now on.
Oh, I'm getting to that. So here's the thing. 200, if it's a local tournament, if it's a Wi-Fi tournament, it has to be 200 man or less. If it's anything above that, you have to ask Nintendo about it. If it's 300 and up, if it's a local, it's 300 and up, and same thing, you have to ask Nintendo about it. Also, you can't have sponsors. You can't take money in as the TO. You can't get prize. You can't get prize money. The most you can get is like $175. Keep in mind, the tickets to get to majors cost more than that. And also, you can't have any like food or drinks while in the tournament, at least while on stage, like while on the stream.
Man, it's worse than I thought it was.
Damn.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's bad.
Very.
And then if you dare do anything outside of that, even if it's like the smallest thing, like, oh, I brought water with me to take my medicine. Nope, Nintendo don't want that. So they will put a C&D on your tournament, or worse, they will sue you. It is that bad. And the only upside is that it only applies to Ultimate. Why is that an upside? Because Melee is not touched by that. Melee can still go with no problem. Technically, Smash 4 can still have tournaments with no problem. So can Brawl, so can 64. Every game but Smash Ultimate, it seems. It's mostly because I'm assuming it's the main game that they're focusing on right now. It's like the latest one. And with all the IPs in it, they want to milk it as much as they can and also kill the competitive community, because Nintendo's had a real bad habit of trying to do that for the past couple of years. Like, to the point where everyone knows about what they did, where they teamed up with Team Panda to quote-unquote make a tournament for everyone, and then never delivered on it with Panda knowing about it, which is why Panda basically disbanded. Everyone started hating on them, and they realized there's no way to get out of it. But yeah, I want to talk about that before we go on, so that way there's no rambling at the end. And to sum it all up, Smash Ultimate might actually be dead competitively.
Damn.
And it's sad to say, as someone who plays it and loves the game so much. Smash Ultimate's like my favorite game, period. Like, when it comes to playtime. When it comes to my favorite game overall, it's Yoshi's Island. But Smash Ultimate is like the game I play the most. Literally, I have almost 5,000 hours in that game.
Damn.
And it's sad to see it go. But on the bright side, there's so much more coming out, like Multiverses. Nick All-Stars Brawl comes out soon. And there's one more I'm forgetting that comes out around this time. It's like the one that they announced in the Direct, but it's not important. So yeah, I think they just kind of like screwed themselves over in terms of that, because if they worked it a different way, they actually could have made money from it. But you know, Nintendo, they're very stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Nintendo's very old school. That's a very bad thing too.
I will say something.
They were around since the 1800s, after all.
What were you gonna say,
The
Connor?
funny thing is that most gaming companies nowadays are trying to get to the heights of the likes of Street Fighter 6, where making these big competitive esports scenes that end up making their games completely dog shit as a result. Nintendo is practically doing the very opposite of that, and ending up making their games shit as well.
I can't even argue that that's technically true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I guess we'll just roll into the next topic, which is Cardfight Vanguard. Now, I heard a rumor that they got a new ban list. What do you got to say about that?
They do?
So, yes, they do.
Happy.
Interesting.
No, they already had it.
I'm understandable. It's understandable, but I'm still, because they actually hit eradicators, but in a way that really doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay, so let me go. Hold on, let me go over the ban list. So for V Premium, absolutely nothing has changed. For Standard, for Dragon Empire, we have Scarlet Flame Bow General Sturgna, restricted to 1.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
For Lyrical Monasterio, we have Tranquil Affection Elvira. And what color is your wish? Basha Blanc, choice restricted.
Which means you can only play one or the other in a deck, but they're not banned.
Yeah.
You just can't use them both in the same deck.
That's interesting.
Yeah. For Brand
so like
Gate,
what they do with Weiss Schwarz. Gotcha.
Essentially.
Yeah. For Brandsgate, we have Fountain of Knowledge Ava and Combined Rusher, unrestricted. They went from choice restricted to unrestricted.
Okay, so they don't care about them being
Okay,
together in the same
interesting.
deck anymore.
Yeah, and now for Premium, another choice restriction, and this is the one Renegade mentioned: Eradicator Sweep Command Dragon and Eradicator Demolition Dragon, both choice restricted.
Damn, they really hate Eradicators, huh?
They wanted to slow the ramp that Eradicators had in Premium.
Yeah, weren't you talking about how they had some interesting new cards coming in and new interactions and stuff?
Yeah, like Eradicators in Premium is a very violent ramp deck where you could loot. Basically, if you go past a certain number of turns, be wary, you will lose your teeth.
And this is meant to slow the roll on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they could start binding stuff early as turn 1. In V, this hurts, but not as bad as in Premium. Because because there are scarier payoffs in Premium. Very scary payoffs in Premium.
But would you say that this ban slows that deck down enough to where it's not as much of a problem, or?
No. Not
Doesn't
one.
matter.
Not. No. Instead of turn 1 and 2, okay, we pop off turn 3 and 4. What did you stop?
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh, we can't pop off turn 1. Okay, turn 2. Commence pop off.
Oh dear.
You gotta love it when the
commence
ban list
pop-
does nothing. Been there.
Cough,
Commence-
cough, hello, Konami.
Commence
It's
pop
like
off.
Konami just makes better cards.
No, but here's the thing. We're still going to run sweep command. We just can't bind as much as we can. Instead of binding 4 or 5 cards a turn, we're gonna be binding 3. 2 to 3 in Premium.
Ah.
Like
Anyways,
it's basic. We're slowed down, but not enough.
Okay. So, what would you say they'd have to do to actually hurt the deck's overall ability? Like, what would
ban
they need?
sweep.
Oh. Okay. I was expecting
gonna
a more
sugarcoat
complex
it,
answer
eh?
than that, but okay.
Because one of the big things that I found out with Eradicator in Premium, we go faster because we make Oxel faster.
Makes
We
sense.
make Oxel markers as noticeably faster than most other clans because of Sweep's own effect. Sweep is, if you're on 4 damage, Sweep gives you a marker and puts a unit onto it.
Oh.
That does not sound good.
It is not. It means that they just get bonus characters to attack with.
Yeah, we get a marker and a unit onto it. The only thing we need to be scared about is a mirror match.
Fair enough.
That's the only reason why you don't see it enough in V. Because we will go through enough mirror matches that we cancel each other out.
I like it when something is fair and balanced. .exe.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
One thing that will happen because of that whole thing. Okay, there's 8 to 10 Eradicator seats at Nationals. Now there's 6 to 8. I'm like, what?
Oh dear.
What changed?
Mm-hmm.
And because of the whole history collection thing, where they just run the OG Vanquisher and the new Zaras that Zaras that gives you 2 markers, you're going from 1 marker to 5 is very fast.
To prevent this from going like any longer. Contents for Luard and what was the other one? Shiranui. The Stride decks have been revealed.
They have?
They have,
Yeah.
and I have mixed feelings about this. Because we're getting Morfessa and the new Luard, also Abyssal. Abyssal says, in your hand, you have the Luard quest. Pitch him. Add a grade 3 with Luard to your hand. Here's what he does in the drop. In your drop, Ritual 3. When you end your turn, you have Luard, which you will. Bind 2 copies of himself to unflip 1. This is a bit slow, but it's Luard. You can justify it.
Fair enough.
The new drag wizard girl. You have a Luard. Pitch her. Search Luard. Drop. Ritual 3. You have Luard. Bind 2 copies. Unflip 1.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Like you're
That's
seeing where I'm
alright.
going with this, right?
Yeah, we see where you're
Okay,
going with it, man.
So this whole deck is just one big drinking game. Take a shot every time Luard is mentioned in any context.
Essentially.
Oh, also take a shot every time you hear either Ritual or Grade 1.
Ugh.
Yes.
It's like
Oh,
that
you're-
One
you're-
History of
you're-
Jank episode with Blue-Blooded Oni.
Oh
Or-
god.
Take a shot
more
every time Oni is mentioned.
Or Morfessa. Morfessa counts towards your ritual because while she's in the grave, she loses a grade, becoming grade 1.
Which makes her more
Rituals?
usable.
Ritual
Yep.
3. She swings. You have the Luard quest. Plus 5. You're at GB2. Counterblast 1. Pick a card with Ritual in your deck and call it. Shuffle the deck. This just means that this bitch is slapping you twice in the face.
Of course it does.
Fun
New
times.
Luard. Don't even pay attention to the pitcher Luard to stride him, because you're not actually going to do that. You're going to use OG Luard's effect to just say, I put 2 cards back into my deck to stride for free. So that cost is nothing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
GB2, Ritual 7. Again, this might take a little longer because shit is just going in and out of your graveyard. So you might not hit Ritual 7 as snap finger as you should.
No.
Because if he swings, he gets 10k crit. Eat 2 rear guards and pitch a Luard, which you probably will be doing because you cheated him out with the effect from Luard.
Gotcha.
He gets a drive. He gets a drive and no PGs. I'm like, this is slower, but given the fact that most of the time that you're going to cheat him out anyway,
Yeah.
it balances him. It balances himself. Like you're going to go into drag driver until you can kill shot. Because I kind of feel like that feels more consistent. Because all drag driver just asks is you're going to have 3 grade 1s. That's not a problem. You're just going to unflip 1, search your deck for grade 1 with Ritual, you're calling Morfessa. Then Morfessa's going to swing for 15. You're just going to attack 5. You're just going to keep attacking them 5 to 6 times.
So the recipe is largely unchained, and the combo still works no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. By the sound of it.
Okay, well, we're already at 1 hour, so if it's okay with you, is there any other Vanguard news?
Well, there's also the Luard Crest, where like at the end of the turn, if you essentially cheated the strike, you choose the crit from the drop, and Shurinuri Crest, I think it also gives power to like any unit you dominate.
It gives +5, but they lose all their effects for a turn.
Okay,
That's
so it's
just-
kind of
yeah.
like what what's it called? What's that Galaxy Isaac Seeks called that steals stuff?
Oh, you mean
Galaxy
Hope
Ice Armor Boot? No.
Galaxy Ice Cypher.
It's Cypher. It's
Cypher
Cypher Dragon.
It's basically
Oh,
a Cypher
Cypher.
Dragon.
Yeah, because I'm thinking Hope Harbinger because it's technically a Galaxy
Yeah.
card that can catch spells.
That's true. I was more referencing the fact that it can steal. That's basically what Dominate does. It takes an opponent's monster, buffs it, and then makes them attack the owner.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically what Dominate is in this game. Was
Yeah.
that everything?
Yeah, that's
Ye-
it.
Yeah, they also just get a restander that just, when something Dominate attacks, just stand me.
And it attacks again. That's what it means to
Yeah.
stand. Yeah. All right. Well, I've got quite a bit to go over with Weiss Schwarz, and I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can because I know Yosh and I and Ignister are the only ones who really actively try to play this. The Bushiroad Championship Series is still underway, and they've had 5 events between last month and now. On the 8th, they had an event in Costa Rica, and the results are weird. The first place winner was playing the Overlord deck, which
Wow.
we have not seen competitively in a long time. Second place was playing Day Day Live. Third was playing Seven Deadly Sins Escanor, which irks me. And fourth place was playing the Avatar The Last Airbender Zuko build, which is the deck I was gonna make.
Huh.
Yeah, the recipe is a little awkward.
At least you know it works.
Oh yeah, I know it works. The recipe is a little awkward. I'm gonna take a closer look and see what they did right and what I'm doing wrong. So that's gonna be fun. Let's see. On October 21st, there were 3 events. One in Richmond, BC, Canada. First place was playing HoloLive, specifically the Chloe Marine LA Plus build. Second was also playing HoloLive, but they were playing ASCII Polka. Third place was playing Avatar The Last Airbender, the Azula variant, which is identical to the Zuko variant. You just use a couple of different cards for your end of the game plays. And fourth place was playing Sword Art Online Alice Kirito, which means that's still a problem.
Clearly.
Yeah, I was going to get to that in a
Two
bit,
things.
Rom. Thank
Was
you.
ever not a problem though?
Hello.
You'll see.
Okay,
In...
two things. One, the 2 Hololive decks have no Ina, so they're immediately 0 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And
Wait, did we already
2,
talk about you?
someone clearly has a favorite when it comes to Avatar.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I
Is
got.
Iroh in the
saying.
Zuko deck, by the way?
I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
What were you
Is
saying, Yosh?
Iroh in the Zuko deck?
Is Iroh in the Zuko deck? Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You'll see.
So
And now we just wait for the Azula deck to get the 1 key card that will be their win condition.
Well, that's the thing.
that-
The
that-
Azula deck came in...
Let me finish because my uncle works at the place that makes Weiss Schwarz anyway. The new Azula card is going to be that shot of her from the comics where she's in a straitjacket. And
Oh
it'll be the
god,
best
I would
card
pay
ever.
good money for that. I cannot stand that bitch.
I don't think anyone can.
Well,
Azula-
that is what happens when you're raised knowing nothing but war, and your mother just neglects you, as well as alongside like everyone else.
Oh yeah, I'm glad she's in Nick All Stars too, because now I have a way to beat the hell out of her in a
Thank
game
you.
that's actually good.
Thank you.
One of her
Mhm.
emotes might actually be her in the wheelchair and the straitjacket.
I would love that. But getting back on topic, in Sydney, Australia, the first place player was playing Sword Art Online Alice Kirito. Second place was Sword Art Online Alice Silica. Third place was Hololive as Kigura. And fourth place was Sword Art Online Alice Kirito.
Oh boy.
Do you see my problem?
Pattern here.
Kinda, yeah.
The only place in Sword Art Online is actually good.
And in the Netherlands, first place was playing Sword Art Online Alice Silica. But second place was playing Reincarnated as a Slime, the new Shizu Murin build, which is cool. Third place was playing Hololive as Kigura, and so was fourth place, except they were playing ASCII Polka.
Neat.
Still no Ina 0 out of 10.
And the last event took place on last weekend over in Spain. First place was playing Slime Shizu Murin. Second place was Seven Deadly Sins Escanor. Third place was Avatar The Last Airbender Toph Azula.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Two completely different colors that realistically shouldn't work together because their mechanics are so different, but they work.
This man somehow managed to make it work.
Now you know how I feel when I look at Dia Bellstar with Rescue Ace.
Tell me about it. And fourth place was Sword Art Online Alice Kirito.
Oh, there's a big surprise.
Which actually brings us into the next topic on Weiss Schwarz. They have announced that there is going to be a ban list as of November 11th. But we don't know what it is. We know that one card is going to be limited to 2 copies, and there's going to be 2 different... Welcome back. We know that there's going to be one card limited to 2, and there's going to be 2 different choice restrictions. We don't know what the series are for, but we know it's going to drop on November 11th, and it's going to be in effect on the 24th. So that's basically what I've been waiting for before I release more Weiss Schwarz content. With Avatar doing as well as it is in these most recent tournaments, I thought I should wait just in case they decided to hit something that I might be playing, you know? It just seemed like a smart idea.
The
Weiss Schwarz never gets the ban list the same day as
Sword Art Online.
Yeah. I'm hoping for a hit on Sword Art Online, I'm hoping for a hit on Hololive, and as much as it pains me to admit it, I do kind of want to hit on Slime, because that Murin build is just gonna... It might cause problems for the one that I'm making.
Makes sense.
Why Weiss Schwarz and Vanguard don't get banned the same day, I'll never know.
Tell me about it.
Weird.
Now, as far as new
The
product...
world will never know.
As far as new product, the only new thing that's come out is Azur Lane has officially dropped with its 4 trial decks, one for each of the branches. And we did get some new information, though. The Psychono the Movie Final Pack has been confirmed to be dropping on April 19th, and we got 5 new products announced coming in the near future. We don't have dates for them yet. Ruby is getting a premium booster.
Yeah. I kind of feel like Ruby was going to get something premium.
Eventually. Bang Dream is getting 2 packs, one for Girls Band Party Countdown Collection and one for My Go.
Is Roselia going to be in it?
I'm sorry?
Is Roselia going to be in it?
Don't know. They haven't given us any new information yet. And they've announced 2 imports. Bocchi the Rock.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people freaking out over Bocchi the Rock. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't hate it or anything.
I haven't heard of it.
And the other... Go ahead. And the other one is the one that I'm excited for. It's called Dengeki Bunko. It's a multi-title series, kind of like what happened with Fujimi Fantasia Bunko, but this one has at least 1 card for all of the following titles.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now you know how I feel. Now, here's the thing. Out of this entire list, the only thing I care about is the 5th title on the list, which is Excel World. I play the Excel World deck. It's like a genuinely old series, and they are finally giving us support for it, so I might finally be able to update that deck and maybe even afford it. So that's really the only thing I'm looking forward to on that. And that was the last bit of Weiss Schwarz news, which means that we can finally drift into the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Now you can do it.
The anniversary collection, baby.
Oh, yeah. Now let's go ahead and get the Master Duel stuff out of the way really quickly, since most of us are more interested in the actual card game. first off, they gave us some new secret and selection packs. Opening Act of Apocalypse, which has Branded and Dark Lord cards. Flames of Fury, which has Rescue Ace, Prediction Princess, and Gishki cards.
Alright, racist. Time to get racist.
Show title. Fires of Scorching Bonds, which has Libromancer and Cybers.
Okay.
And Record of Noble Spirits, which has the new Prince or Princess Link 3, Sugamu, the Sword Lord, the new Spirit Monster.
Yeah.
Tellarknight Constellar Caduceus, Grand Soulful Chord Kulia, and Tri-Edge Master. It's supposed to be a piecemeal pack.
Interesting.
And they announced Treasures of the Cosmic Ocean, which is going to have Ice Jade, Goatee, and White Aura cards.
Neato.
I'm actually trying to learn how to play White Aura.
White Aura is an interesting archetype, but realistically, you'd probably be better off just playing Coelacanth Fish. You get the same end result.
Yeah.
That's all
No,
even,
I do play one Coelacanth in the deck.
Good for you. I love that card.
Another.
I'm over here trying to build Dynamorphia.
I was about to say Goatee would also work, but
Yeah, Goatee is actually an interesting archetype. It does weird things, but that's not saying much anymore.
Well, especially after their OCG support will help it a lot.
They also announced a new solo mode for Boojin.
Ooh.
Like,
No,
I haven't
most of
heard
them is
Boojin in a hot minute.
Neither have I.
That's how you know you feel old, because when you hear the name of an old archetype you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how I feel when I heard about the Gusto support a couple of years ago.
No kidding.
Talking about Yugimon.
Yeah, that's
And
where we are now.
And
Yeah.
now we just have to wait X-Saber's getting some love.
Have you
If
guys?
only.
Have you guys
I'm
seen the
super
new Genex
disappointed.
report?
Hang on, what were you trying to say, Lon?
Have you seen? You guys talked about the new Genex report.
Haven't gotten that
Not
far
yet.
yet.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But they also, the Duelist Cup has officially begun, and apparently one of the things you can get from it is the Unchained Abomination Mate. Not gonna lie, I kind of like that one. And the rewards pack basically includes Barrel Dragon support and Gate Guardian support. They
And
also-
now I can't keep thinking about how Raven was denied from the Snoo from the Gatekeeper Gate Guardian.
Oh.
Oh, that was
And I'm
something
looking
I
forward to the sequel.
that was something I wanted to bring up, but I'm glad that he brought it up now. So we have been thinking of maybe making a sequel with Dark Guardian revealed. And but at the time like we were planning this, I know Ori DM'd me. He was like, "Oh, so after the recent episode of the Trash Off, we should get together and then like try and record this, see what funny shenanigans we get up to." And then I saw the news about how his friend passed away, and I'm like, "Dude, let's not focus on record. Wait till you're like in at least a good headspace before we even think of this stuff."
That's a fair thing to
Yeah.
offer, yeah.
Yeah, and I do thank you for that, because that was well needed.
Now,
Yeah.
moving down the list, though, the next thing to talk about is the Gandora X text update.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a good thing that Chaos isn't here, otherwise he'd be screaming about this, but they made an errata to Gandora X on Master Duel, where his effect now deals damage equal to the original attack of the monster that he affects, rather than its current attack. Which means that it does less
good
damage,
thing
but makes it more fair.
Yeah.
So he'll be screaming because it got worse.
That's the point. He's always been about Gandora Dex.
The FTK is going to get harder to do.
I was like, next time we see him, we gotta bring it up.
We'll have to.
Mommy, where's our Gandora archetype, you cowards?
Yeah, in fact, better yet, where's freaking Giga Rays in the TCG?
That's what he's been waiting for.
Jeez.
We
Giga
all
Chad
have.
raised.
We've been waiting for like millennia.
Okay,
Yeah.
someone now
Yeah,
has to make
for
that a
sure.
reality. It's Gandora Giga Rays, but he's depicted as the Giga Chad, and you just have that "Bring Me the Horizon" song
No.
playing in the background.
You know what? You know what I would love to see one day?
Gandora
Is-
Giga Chad.
An evolution of Gandora that is a Link 1 that just says tribute any Gandora.
Is this like a pyramid thing,
Some,
like with the Infernoble Link? Like a big
Yes.
Link 1?
something like the Infernoble Link.
Rom actually made a good point. Maybe we'll see something about that in Legacy of Destruction.
Yeah.
How about like no. How about like a baby version? We need more of that. We need like see the start, then the evolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, like-
Maybe.
Maybe something like Red Eyes Black, something like Kaiba-Man for Gandora.
Gandora Man.
Yugi Man.
Like something like tribute me summon Gandora from deck
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
that would work out fairly well.
and increase its attack by 500 for every banished card.
that'd be interesting.
Hmm.
Okay, now the last thing about Master Duel is that they got 2 ban lists. One that's in effect now and one that's going to be in effect next week. The one that's in effect now limited Yatagarasu to 1, as well as Tellarknight Ptolemaeus, which now explains why they had the Tellarknight Constellar card imported.
Mm-hmm.
And they also unlimited Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos.
Yeah, makes sense.
And the ban list
Yeah,
has
fun
come...
fact, I didn't know that Blaster was unbanned in the TCG until like last month. So
Really?
yeah, really.
No,
I came
something tells me the 4 Dragon Kings, they're gonna make an entire, like what they did with Element Sabers. I'm a little scared they're gonna do it the Dragon Rulers.
I will admit, seeing the Dragon Rulers get some sort of like rank 7 spam archetype with fun little because they do have the baby Dragon Rulers that can also spam them out as well.
Yeah.
So it's not far-fetched to see them get an archetype, and like
I
an
can see
actual
that.
full-fledged archetype. But at the same time, I feel like the only reason they even brought Blaster off was to promote the Legendary Duelist of the Fire set, and so you have to want, because I know they gave us back Tempest to promote Dragon Maids and Mystic Fighters. You have to wonder what other sets they're gonna make with a certain group of cards where it's like, oh, can we bring Redox and Tidal back to like hype this stuff up? Do we want to bring Redox back? Because apparently I believe that's the most broken one out of the 4.
Yeah, let's not talk about Redox. I lived through that nonsense. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah, like
Because
you know what scary thing that I originally thought like Dragon Rulers were going to have, like a Link, like something along the lines of a Link 3 version of Darkness Metal that says summon a Dragon Ruler from your hand or graveyard, ignoring summoning conditions.
Oh
That
dear.
would-
you know,
Yeesh.
That would
because
be
they did,
terrifying. No
because
lie.
It's specifically for the rulers.
What do you mean? Wait, ignoring summon conditions? What do you mean? Like they had no like restrictions on their summoning. They
Oh, hey, welcome back, Yosh.
That part doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's
No kind
to
of-
future-proof it from new cards. Now, what were you gonna say,
Maybe.
Raven?
Oh, I was trying to say, you know what's really interesting? So
What?
for this Fire Legendary set, they brought back Blaster to promote it. So you're sitting here thinking, how come? I mean, I get it. There were already a few cool hype cards in the Water Legendary Duelist set. I mean, hell, Droplets got reprinted in it. But you're also sitting here thinking, wouldn't it also make sense to put Tidal in that, limit it to 1?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's probably
Excuse me,
because
I'm sorry.
Tidal is still a little too powerful. Its auxiliary effect is that it sends a monster from deck to grave, I believe.
It's just a foolish burial.
Yeah, imagine how many archetypes could benefit from that just happen to be water.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mermail Atlanteans would see a comeback.
Exactly,
At least in the
they thrive
rogue
on
scene.
7s. That's the concern. And but getting back on topic, the second ban list that drops next week is going to have a Pointer of the Red Lotus banned, as well as Pot of Extravagance limited. That pisses me off.
Oh, that's a no-go for me.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Why Red Lotus though?
Yeah, a Pointer of the Red Lotus is one of those cards that can snipe a card from hand, and it's a trap card, which means that what's that trap-based archetype that's going everywhere right now? Labyrinth can abuse it.
Oh yes, please.
Oh, okay, that
There's
makes sense.
Labyrinth. There's trap tricks. Oh yes, it's also a normal trap, so you get to snipe a card out of your hand, and then Sarah can do some funny stuff.
Yeah, let's not get into that. We'll be here all night. And they're also unlimiting Tri-Brigade Fractal and Cyber Angel Benton.
Wait, for Benson, go back to limited or semi-limited again later.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's basically the
Ben 10 if there's only 3 of them.
It's the Schrodinger's cat of Yu-Gi-Oh! When it comes to the fit for the limited list. Will it be limited or unlimited? Who knows at this point?
It's basically the malicious paradox.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool,
so that's
Ben 10, because that's how many times you'll be triggering it.
Yeah, you got me there. You got me there. And that's the last of the Master Duel news, so now we can finally dive into the real game. So first off, Age of Overlord is officially out.
Baby.
A lot of good cards.
Oh yeah.
A lot of good cards.
A lot of good cards came out of Age of Overlord. I got everything I needed out of that pack except for one playset of one card, the original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye, and I'm waiting a little bit to get that.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Are you gonna try the snake?
I'm gonna try a couple of Snake Eye cards, but specifically this spell is what I need for Fire Kings.
I mainly want it for one of two things: either TGs or prep for Infernoids.
Oh yeah, TGs have a level 1 fire now. I forgot about that.
Yeah. No, because you know what I still consider Dia Bellstar, right?
What?
What?
Rescue Ace's attractive temp.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I guess.
Can y'all argue against that?
Not really.
A little bit,
Rescue Ace is hot secretary, I guess.
What? Wait, hold on. What?
Wait.
Oh,
don't ask.
Show title.
Yep, that's going on the list. They also released OTS Pack 20.
Something similar to tour guide of the bus or whatever?
Kind of?
Not really.
Oh god.
You kind of have to have a liberal definition of it. But OTS Pack 23 is also out, as well as the 25th Anniversary Rarity Collection, which dropped today, I believe.
I heard it's good. It's very good.
Oh yeah, it's very
really
good stuff.
Everything but Max C is in it.
I need to see exactly what it comes with and see what I can get out of it.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Baron's cheaper. Baron's cheaper now because of that.
Yep. Everything is cheaper.
I actually need Extravagance for dinosaurs because Transcendric can run Extravagance. They
Can it?
can't yeah,
I think
Transcendric
Show
can run
Tactical Talents is in there too.
You're going to need to show me your list later, because I'm curious. Now, what were you going to say, AI Mister?
Appreciate that Amazing Defenders is like the first deck to have, the first set to have all of its featured decks have at least one topping.
Oh, yeah. The first deck build pack archetype to have all 3 main archetypes be competitively relevant.
Yeah, and I'm scared.
That is amazing how it has aged, to be honest.
It's insane.
It aged like wine.
Goes from like one of the most mid sets of all time to one of the best sets of all time.
Tell me about it. And speaking of which, Valiant Smashers is dropping in 2 weeks, and we finally got the localized names. We now know what they're going to be called. So, Memento is going to be referred to as Mementoal or Mementolian.
Which is not bad, honestly.
Or Mementotlin. It's a little hard to place exactly how the name is supposed to be pronounced, but it's supposed to be related to Mictlin.
Oh yeah, because of their big 5,000 attack point dude.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Centurion.
I actually want to play Memento.
I was thinking about it, but it's not really for me. Centurion, however, has an odd name change, and this is kind of important. Centurion now has a dash between Censure and Ion, which now makes it pronounced as Centurion or Centurion.
Centurion.
Which according to YG Organization, is to future-proof it against Armatos Legio.
Oh yeah, because of that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
That means that we might have just gotten an unintentional hint that it's coming soon.
Oh my god. Oh, that
could
will
be-
break the game. If
I
we
could
also
be
get
all
Judgment
for that.
Arrows.
Yeah, because Armatos Legio legit just looks fun and makes extra linking matter again.
Tell
Now,
me about it.
question, if we get that archetype, are we also going to get Judgment Arrows, the first Link Arrows?
We have to. One of their cards is a searcher for the card.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was
search
actually about to
Arrows
ask that.
Use Mind Crush. Oh, I don't have Judgment Arrows in my hand, idiot.
Oh yeah, that episode.
Oh, okay.
Goddamn.
Well, it's also a joke for like the apparent rule change where it's like, oh, even if you know a card is in someone's hand, they can't reveal it to you.
Yeah, that one.
That just sounds really dumb though.
It does.
Going back
It
to that
is.
anime moment. It's since he searched Judgment Arrow and Mind Crush Judgment Arrow, but he didn't say it. Wouldn't he not be allowed to search that card since he didn't have it in his deck?
Oh,
Well, like,
I see what
everything-
you're getting at.
A little odd.
Yeah, let's be
Yeah,
honest, the
I
anime was
remember
never a
that.
good way to learn how to play the game. They always had plot armor for a lot of their cards. They've had traps that were spells.
Let's also talk about the fact that Lightning cheated during his duel against
Yeah, Revolver. That
Valor.
that shit should have been a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then Lightning decided to revert data into life points.
That's
because he's a
dumb.
cheater.
That's blatantly dumb.
Yeah, like Lightning is a sore ass bitch. Also, if all Revolver really needed to do was just, if he said summon another auto rocket, he would have won.
Yeah,
Summon another Magna rocket, he would have won.
Yeah,
And,
the Yu-Gi-Oh anime as a whole is just full of goofy moments where it's like, oh, should we take this seriously or should we enjoy this?
I haven't.
No, but here's
yes,
to tell you the truth.
no, but here's the thing I have, right? Does Revolver run one of each rocket?
Or like
Possibly.
I think he runs 2 or 3 of certain ones, but for the most part, I think they're all
like-
one-ups.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the thing. Anime Yu-Gi-Oh anime character decks are so weird. They'll either play mishmashed garbage that barely has any synergy with each other, but it apparently was built for them because, oh hey, it fits their personality, or they'll play a full-on archetype in its purest form and wonder just why they lost to the better deck.
Tell me
Like
about it.
Zane. We both
Actually,
know Zane has 3 Cyber Dragons, 2 Power Bonds.
Yeah, yeah,
But
they know
freaking
ratios are a
crystal
thing.
beast because plot armor.
Oh.
Because the plot.
It's like
always wins.
Welcome back, dude.
It's like there are characters in the actual animated show that do run multiple copies of cards, but it's only for like a select few cards, and it's like so really. And I know Arc 5 even like pointed this out the most. I
Mhm.
believe like Yuya was just running one copy of everything connected to Performapals and Odd Eyes, and when you look at the card pool, it's like, did this man really just have a 90-something card main deck and 20 card extra deck?
Also,
Some
Yuya
cards
didn't
that
play Skullcrabat Joker.
Oh,
Going-
right.
Going slightly back to the Yu-Gi-Oh characters running one type of card.
Mhm.
I remember this episode where Joey was dueling against one of the Orichalcum's guys, and the guy summoned a second version of the
Oh
same
yeah,
card.
yeah,
Like
that.
Joey was confused.
Aw.
That was like
he was
ironically
like
one of the best duels. That was like one of the best duels in the
It was-
in that series. But
it was the best duel, and it was also like the best moment in that duel specifically because it's like, wait, I destroyed that card. You have another one, and then Valen's just looking at Joey like, dude, are you an idiot? Of course I play 3 copies of each.
Yeah,
Valen's deck. Everything has to be run at 2 or 3.
That's another archetype that so many people have been asking to finally be printed after so long.
Armor?
Yeah, They
No,
wanted
I think the top 3. I think the top 3 archetypes that people want is armor, Armatos Legio, and
Earthbound Servants.
huh?
Earthbound Servants.
Oh, that
They're
is-
already out though.
I know,
Yeah.
but were they in the top 3? That's what I'm saying.
What
Okay,
about
well-
Hydra Drives?
Oh, don't
really?
no.
No.
Would
Well,
No.
lie. They would. I honestly would see them getting like a major
Dude, I want
upgrade.
Mhm.
drones. I want drones. Blood Shepherd made them look cool.
I want Storm Riders.
Would
Okay,
you,
that's
would
dark.
you all, would you all be surprised if there was someone out there who wanted to see that one Arc 5 anime exclusive archetype Cook Pals be printed?
I mean, we've got
I
New
mean,
Bay.
those
Why
are
do we need
raw.
Cook Pals?
We have a lot of food-based archetypes
maybe
already, so like...
Listen, maybe there's someone out there who watched the one duel with that character who played them, saw Odd Eyes get like inflated from overeating, and was like, "Yeah, I
shut
want
up,
that
shut up,
deck.
shut up.
Don't
I want
go
that.
there.
I would do that to a real life Odd Eyes."
Don't
Shut up.
go
shut up,
there.
I don't
shut
want to
up.
hear about your inflation fetish. Thank you very
They
much.
wouldn't let us
and-
have Garbage Eyes Fat Dragon. What makes you think they're gonna let us have that?
Well, to be fair, we are talking
Wait,
about
what did I miss?
the guy who.
You missed something you should not want. You should not listen to.
Fat
Don't matter.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Doesn't matter.
cards.
I mean, they're the
No.
same people who brought us fucking appliances into the main
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, let's get back on topic because we're getting a little off base. The third archetype in Valiant Smashers has officially been confirmed that it is going to be called Val Monica, but they're going to have a second A. It's going to be Val Monica.
Okay, it's not terrible.
But why though?
It's a reference to ball.
Does it make,
Oh.
and
Oh,
also it makes it more Italiano.
And
That
also,
too.
it makes it not different from the other archetype.
A little bit more, yeah. Now, next up is Phantom Nightmare that's dropping on February 9th of next year. They have announced a slew of cards for this set.
Oh
I
yeah.
love free agents. I love free agents.
First
Oh,
off
yes.
is the
Dog Guardian.
I was gonna say, first off is the Goblin stuff, the Goblin Paratrooper
Oh, yes,
Squad, and
yes,
the Goblin
yes.
Rider archetype.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
we
Goblin
really like
mode.
everybody's
Goblin
favorite
mode.
Troll movie, Troll 2.
We've been waiting so long because we saw the Goblin cards and we were like, okay, when is Konami gonna pull a Wizards of the Coast and make goblins a viable strategy? Waited nearly over, I believe, what, 20 years just to
Give or
see
take.
goblins
There's so many
become something?
goblin cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Goblin
Yeah,
mode.
You can now play the
most-
Troll 2 deck.
Oh, the Goblin archetype is
and-
gonna be fun to see. I faced it once. It trashed me in 2 turns.
Dude, it's the
Wow.
best counter to Pearly. Best counter to Pearly.
Then there's also that Rumple Twofold Trap card, which is basically like Call by the Grave in a sense, except it's a trap card. It makes Foolish Burial Goods more playable, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm honestly also hyped that they made Yubel a full-flegged archetype, which should have happened sooner. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
If it wasn't,
Something
if they were not going to pair it with Neos, just like in the anime, or at least find some way to pair Yubel with Neos, then they most definitely were going to make her an archetype.
Mhm.
No, but in the Ubel deck, you still do play Kluger.
That's true.
Yeah, you play
Mhm.
Kluger. You can play that, and that can turbo out or float into Wiseman.
You
But
still
like,
play-
something I noticed in Phantom Nightmare is like, there's like they have added a new type of removal, moving monsters to the spell trap card zone. That's a new type of removal now.
That's been a thing since
Mhm.
Valance.
I know, but like still, like they pushed it more in Phantom Nightmare.
That's
when you look at
true.
cards.
That's true.
You know what I'm the
Mhm.
most hyped about that I didn't think would happen about this set?
What?
What?
Magis Spectre's getting support.
I was
Oh,
actually gonna
yeah.
bring that.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
this
this
could-
is hitting Ignite support, okay? It's hitting Ignite support and Dynamist support too.
Oh
No,
God,
but-
you're right.
It's only a
No,
matter of
but-
time.
Hitting
you know what's the worrisome thing that this could mean?
what?
Kieran could be
Kieran?
coming
No,
off of this.
Kieran is not coming back. Let's not start with this.
Let's
no.
not
They-
say
they-
we
they-
did.
They are not going to bring back a non-targetable, unaffected by everything, freaking pendulum monster that can keep recurring and soft once per turn pulse the card for free.
Let's not
Wait,
say we did.
Actually, I know what it actually means. It means that Oath Dragon Magician is now a tech in Magispectors.
Oh God, you're right.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
probably
God.
gonna make another level 6 wind.
They might. They
Okay,
might.
maybe I could see them making an upgraded or like maybe a retrain of Kieran who's actually fair, or at least something along the similar lines of him that's also fair but can also be pretty good for the deck. But bringing the actual Kieran back, that's a stretch. That's a longer and bigger stretch than Michael Jordan at the end of Space Jam.
Nice reference. Now, continuing down the list, there's the new Dark Guardian, its spell, and the new Prince of Pug that technically supports them.
I'm
Ass.
Prince
Straight
Pug is
ass.
technically for the OG Guardians.
Yeah, like
Could be for them too,
Guardian
yes.
Gato.
like yeah, those ones.
Though I have to wonder what a pug has to do with the Guardians who can barely even properly work without their equipped spells.
Who knows?
What's the anime lore?
Yeah,
we
this
need to dive
pupper.
into
This doggo. This pupper.
This doggo was also on the cruise ship when Raphael lost his parents.
Oh God.
Oh god.
I'm
Let's-
just amazed that
oh.
they didn't make Dark Guardian and Dark Element hot garbage.
Yeah, it's strict upgrades.
Very
Especially
good.
Dark Guardian.
Hold on, what was the anime effect again? It was just you
Couldn't
use
couldn't die in battle.
That
That
was
was
it.
it.
It was
Yep.
just
And it could only be-
much on legs. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and it
it-
could only be summoned with Dark Element, but I think you could only
It just has battle
activate it if
immunity.
Gate Guardian was destroyed.
And let's not
Yeah.
forget, it was indestructible in battle with 3,800 attack points.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, where's
And
the
the,
cohesion? That makes no sense.
It was like Bear Sword Dragon before Bear Sword Dragon in terms of attack power.
Basically.
At least Boral Sword Dragon actually did something.
Yeah,
This
but I'm talking
anime-
about in terms of basic card.
Fair enough. Getting back to the list, they give us 2 new Goaty main deck monsters and a 4-star Synchro Tuner that's a Firefish.
Can
Why didn't we get
Yeah,
that?
some tokens.
For those of you who remember Sebek's Blessing, they gave us a Link monster based on it called Sebek Sorcerer.
Oh yes, the quick
Weird
play
Link monster,
spell
but
with
okay.
the quick play spell with the alligator scaly dude on it.
That gave
It
you
was
life
Mhm.
points, yeah.
Yeah, it gave you life points, but it also pointed menacingly at you.
You get life points,
It's basically
you
Oprah
get life
Winfrey
points.
Sorcerer.
Yeah,
essentially.
you get life
Mhm.
points. You get life points, and I get life.
You get life points.
Not you.
Everybody
see.
gets life points.
There's the new Visa Starfrost not support spell that gives you double attacks.
Play
Oh,
that.
Not good.
No, the double
It's
battle
not
phase,
good.
not double attack.
The second
It's double
battle
battle
phase. I
phase.
think.
It might as
That's-
well. The new
okay.
IP Masquerena support card, EMP Grimmeowd.
That's just sprite support, but okay.
It's
I
both.
was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
There's the
basically.
new Synchro that supports Censure Ion, which is Inning Master Packbit.
Yeah, Cyber's monster.
There's the
Oh, yeah.
new
His,
Instant...
cards in spell and trap zone as continuous traps.
Mhm.
You see it as Central Iron support. I see it as Gate Guardian support.
Potato tomato. There's the new Instant Fusion target Master of Ham.
Oh yes.
He pulls flip monsters out of the deck.
Oh yeah, and I
flip-
believe it's
new
also
flip
a
monster.
reference to Jim Crocodile
So random.
in the art department.
More or less. There's the
Which-
new...
baffles me because, excuse me, this is a Flip Beast fusion monster that works with Flip Effect monsters, and they designed it to make it look like the dude who used funny rocks and fossils. And you're sitting here like, well, they always made jokes in the dub, and I believe in the sub as well, about Chumley looking like a koala or a beast, and he did play a beast Flip Effect deck with Desquala as his ace, so you're thinking,
No, but
why wasn't it designed
No,
him?
Master of Oz was his ace.
No, but here's the problem I have with it. Like the tier elements, bitch, it's an ace that's an instant fusion target.
I mean, yeah, but
let's
it's not
also
really an
forget
ace
they
for any
can cheat
particular
out
deck.
Any flip monster.
I mean, I'm going to be
Even
using it
Deus
in
Ex Crawler.
I'm going to be using it in Crawler and Penguins. That's about it.
Yeah, it's an instant fusion target, but I'm mostly just focusing on like the design. This is a beast fusion instant fusion target that works with any and all Flip Effect monsters. So you're thinking, why wasn't the art direction inspired by the dude in GX who had Flip Beast Effect monsters?
Who knows?
Who knows?
An army.
Oh
That's
yeah,
my only
yeah,
answer.
yeah. That's yeah. Back to the list. Dinomorphia players rejoice. You got a new toy to play with the Countertrap Iron Thunder Hammer.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's basically another solemn judgment.
Yeah, but it kills everything in the
Another
but it kills everything in the
Hold
lane.
on.
It kills
Yeah,
every-
including your own Unchained. Well, you
This-
already mentioned Unchained.
Yeah.
This could kind of make me
Hello.
a little cautious.
Little bit. It makes if you were already scared of Imperm, this just gives you more reason to be. Let's see. Then there was the Earthbound Fusion spell.
very
pretty good.
strong.
Oh,
Very nice even.
Wait, hold on, I forget. What does the Earthbound spell do?
it's another
It's
fusion.
just, also, like, as a
Um,
grave effect, banish just summon Earthbound from hand or grave.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, and welcome back.
Hello, I crashed.
It's alright, man. You didn't miss anything. The new Prisoner Princess of Fruitful Flames, Link 3 Fire, that Master Duel is already getting well before us.
Oh yeah, that card is just. Well, fire players are eating good this year.
Are you kidding
Even
me? The
I guess.
guys in the
Kidding, yeah.
The guys in the Fire King Discord server are already planning long string combos with it and that Ambla Whale Link 4.
Should I be
Oh, yeah, that one.
surprised?
Mm-hmm.
Your call.
It,
No.
it was
Their call.
literally it's clearly meant to be Fire King support at this point.
Dude, the
Thank
fact
you.
that there's
Yeah,
a banish
basically.
when someone's
Or-
back
or-
from grave
or-
is mind-boggling.
Or hell, any support really to a fire deck or a deck that wants to be self-destructed in general.
Yeah, thank you, Infernoids.
I
Thank you.
think. No,
Uh,
I'm trying to remember because I did read it, but it was also like a week ago. Is it specifically you have to pop a fire? Because I'm just sitting here thinking you.
Yes,
could
you do,
play
you
this
For the
Yeah.
resummon,
Okay.
yes, you have to
Fire.
pop a fire monster you control and a monster the opponent controls.
Okay, just
The
double
fact that
check
there's a
because-
banish is crazy. It's a-
True.
it's
Yeah,
a DPE right
doesn't
there.
it's going to keep coming back without being banished as like the usual restriction for cards like that.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna
And
be
I'm
good.
over
Basically, yeah.
I'm over here-
Basically, she just keeps coming. She's an energizer battery for Fire Kings.
Might as well
I-
be.
Like, the years stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they
I-
don't stop coming, and they don't
I-
stop coming, and they don't stop.
I
And-
misremembered if she could generically pop a card if it was just fires because I'm over here like, oh shit, Unchained's
just
gonna
pop
be eating
monsters.
good.
No,
Pop
but
monsters.
They can pop a Ruha.
not
They
everything
can
in
pop a Ruha.
Unchained is fire. They have
Yeah,
dark
that-
and
yeah, that-
water.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about. If you could pop a card to bring her back, and if it had to be like fire or not, I was double checking because goddamn.
Let's see.
Indeed.
And in the most recent stream that they had, they announced that there's going to be 5 new Aroma cards, 7 new Raid Raptor cards, and 3 new Illusion monsters.
Oh,
Dude,
that.
I
actually
Raid
don't
Raptor-
think the Raid Raptor stuff.
It's T-Scape throw.
Yeah,
literally
I
a
was.
T-Scape for Raid Raptors. What the fuck?
I was also.
they have a rank 13
Yeah.
that
A true
that
boss.
Basically, if Final Fortress didn't kill them, this will. Because
Yeah.
you're going to
Self-Mode Falcon, but better.
you're going to either copy Rise Falcon and OTK or copy Ultimate Falcon and let them kill themselves.
Essentially,
Yeah.
I find their new rank up spell specifically designed to summon the rank 13 funny because they were like, oh, yes, I was about to point that out. There's like, oh, what archetype should we give to introduce this whole new idea where it's like, oh, you can just synchro summon with Xyz monsters via adding up their ranks. Oh, Raid Raptors, they haven't been eating good. Have they? I mean, Phantom Knights have been.
Well, the
No,
Raiders
no.
Wing is basically the biggest boon they ever wanted.
Yeah,
Hold on, can I say
Raid
something?
Yeah.
Sure, what's
Raid
up, man?
Raptors are out here eating. They out here eating lunch.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Ignister?
Okay, so like in the anime, there's like a card where like you can use like one Xyz monster you control to like as if it had a level.
Oh.
I know
Cross
what card you're talking about.
Cross
Cross
Xyz.
Xyz or something. Cross Xyz,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it was called Cross Xyz.
and probably the Phantom Knight's Possession. I want that card
yeah,
Oh,
to
yeah,
come
Phantom
out
Knight's Possession, yeah, that
just
one, yeah.
to make summoning Odd Eyes Raging a little more consistent.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was a thing in Arc 5 for a consistent amount. Oh, I want to Xyz summon with an Xyz monster. How do I do that? Here, have these two shitty pendulum magicians that can turn your monster's rank into the level of another card on the field. Oh,
But they
amazing.
realized that was dumb, so they just made a spell card that's searchable, mind you,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
because it says Phantom Knight.
Okay, well, moving down the list, the Quarter Century Duelist box was revealed over in the OCG, and they only revealed 2 cards from it. One was Shining Star Dragon, which is just another way to synchro on the opponent's turn, and Winged Karibo level 6.
Which is alright.
It's
Okay.
fucking adorable. It's
adorable,
wearing
well,
the
yeah.
hand of Flame Wingman.
Yes,
It's the best Halloween card we ever got.
indeed.
Indeed.
Wing Karibo level 6 for Halloween. That it's adorable. I had to make a point. And the
Yes.
last thing on my list
Funny.
is
Here's the funny thing: heroes can search it.
Oh,
counts
yeah.
as a
Indeed.
Favorite card.
It counts as both a e-hero and a favorite card, which means the new Flame Wingman can search it.
Yup.
Heroes are literally getting everything except for a consistent negation effect.
No,
Yeah.
also the
Yeah.
weird thing, it's also an interrupt.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the
yeah.
one. It's the one thing people always complain about heroes never getting.
It's like they'll get everything else. They'll get OTK enabling effects. They'll get Macrocosmos on legs, and who can rip a card like Zark style in Dark Law. But
Yeah.
the only actual negation-based card they get is the trap card. That's very garbage. It requires you to play Terra Firma. Oh, gee, whatever will I do? I don't want to run that card.
And
I don't want to run bootleg Frieza.
And the last thing on the list, and this is the one that I'm sure we're all excited to talk about, is how in Terminal World Pack 1, they have given us the God tier Gen X support.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
that link
I'm gonna
one
say
that
in Konami's defense, I don't think they actually expected them to be this broken.
Yeah.
I
The
thought
They
they
link-
have
just wanted
5
to-
different searchers for the main. They have 5 different on-normal summon main deck searchers. What the hell did they expect?
yeah.
Well,
I'm
Gen
gonna
X
say
is
it's
not a
not
good
out.
enough
One
to
got
get
us
rid of
the
the
A's.
cards.
This Link monster was made to
Oh.
recapture the glory days of Ultimate Offering.
More or
Yeah,
less.
that
In fact-
has to be the only reason they did that, because they saw like the previous days when Gen X were doing something of relevance. They were like, oh, well, Ultimate Offering's banned and we'll never bring that back. So let's give them an archetypal Link 1 with no hard once per turn restriction, on the chains, mind you, like any other card, and just let them go to town. And it doesn't even have, and what's even better, not only is this not a hard once per turn or chain, it can proc during any kind of search.
Say it with me, kids. Link ones. Say it with me, kids. Link ones were a mistake.
Like,
I'm gonna say this. I love the Gen X support, but I'm low-key disappointed that it took away from the Earth spot. We needed more like Earth deck support.
Yeah.
We needed X-Sabers. X-Sabers were there in this terminal world since the beginning, and we haven't gotten anything we haven't gotten anything since like 2014 or 2015.
Well, you know why?
Yeah.
They didn't want to improve on the hand loop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have a hand loop. They did a very awful job with balancing of fault troll and the other double X-Sabers.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our
lizard that like grabs one back.
This is our curse because fault troll and the fact that none of the good double X-Sabers have a hard once per turn effect. We're not going to be getting a new card.
It's like, imagine if the Gen X, the new link card, actually had a good pointing arrow.
Oh god, don't get me started on that. They will abuse the shit out of that if it ever had a good arrow.
It would.
I feel like the arrow doesn't really mean much when you're gonna be doing a whole lot of stuff regardless of its positioning.
A whole bunch of synchro summoning, but imagine if they had a good arrow.
What
like if it was like down or down left.
What gets me the
Just
most
any down arrow.
Is that its effect procs for the double summon, even when you use its effect to add a Gen X. Like, you just link it off with any one Gen X, and then it will immediately get you that one Gen X back from grave that you use, so that's already a +1.
Wait, hold up.
Barely any
Realize
cost.
something.
And then once you get that Gen X in hand...
Yeah, controllers are normal, so couldn't we just unexpected die? Pull...
We could.
Yep.
Theoretically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unexpected die the
controller.
Yeah.
And start the combo with that. You theoretically could, yeah. I mean, you're better off using any of the 5 on normal summon searchers, but yeah.
And then just be like, happy birthday! We're going to not just town, but the entire block.
We're going to full city right there.
Birdman was a mistake.
But what if I bricked and had to summon Link Spider instead, and then summon the second Gen X controller in my hand?
Sucks to suck.
Sucks for you, yeah.
The Gen X players, when they break, oh, Link Spider pass. I'm also sorry I couldn't get it to my funny combo plays.
And that's the last item I had on the list.
Oh, wait.
Now, I understand that Connor had something he wanted to talk about with Doctor Who?
Oh, there's plenty to go over. Speedrunning it as fast as I possibly can with my capabilities of speaking. It started... The past fortnight's been pretty crazy. Starting with the announcement that Shooty Gatwa's second season has begun filming. Meaning not only will this be the first season to be filmed before the airing of the first one, this will be the second season in a row that is being filmed before the previous incarnation specials are even airing. And speaking of seasons, straight from the mouth of Russell T Davies himself, they're planning on a reset for the series, officially calling Series 14 Season 1.
Okay, that is honestly well needed because I think we can all. It's just well deserved, especially with how it just got screwed over with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor.
It plummeted.
And then we got the dates for the 3 specials. The Star Beast is being aired 2 days after the anniversary on the 25th of November. Then Wild Blue Yonder the week after that on December 2nd. And The Giggle the week after that on the 9th of December.
Okay.
And finally, probably the biggest announcement of all. Well, actually, no. Couple of big announcements. Firstly, now every single episode of Doctor Who, classic and new, is on BBC iPlayer in the UK and on Disney Plus in the rest of the world.
Neat.
Disney Plus, that'd be weird.
Yeah, because Disney Plus is helping to fund Doctor Who now.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Surprising out of all things to me.
Yeah. And then there's one more thing. You know of the serial The Daleks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second ever serial in the history of Doctor Who. BBC has announced that it is going to be rebroadcast in color.
Oh.
That
sounds nice.
That's different.
Oh, I forgot about one last thing.
What's that?
With the reintroduction of all the classic and new episodes, Disney and BBC have made the term Whoniverse official.
Oh no.
Which means that not only were all of the Doctor Who episodes from the classic and revival eras back, but also all the episodes from all the spin-offs. So like Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures and Class.
Oh boy.
And the upcoming
I would love
Kate Stewart spin-off.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot to take in.
Well, it is Doctor Who month.
That is true.
That is true, yeah.
True.
There's something serious that just came up right now, and I'm not happy.
Okay, what's up?
No.
You know they were gonna do a show for the new character Echo, right?
Echo?
From Marvel.
Oh, I don't keep up with that
I
stuff.
saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, I've heard, yeah.
They're
What about
pulling a
Did they
Miss.
cancel it?
No, they're pulling a Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
She's not going to have the same powers as she did in the comics.
Aw.
Oh no.
Oh, I hate that. I hate when they do that.
Aw.
Echo's
It's so
Echo's
simple.
powers
It's
in the
literally,
comics.
literally right there in a book for you. Copy it.
Echo's powers in the comics was photographic reflexes.
Oh.
She's not. Basically, if she could see it, she can do it.
Oh,
So, like, Taskmaster?
okay.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
And what is it
I'm
now?
like, I don't know what,
Ooh.
but I'm
It's
not
not
happy.
gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty.
You're expecting
I know,
big major companies
I'm sorry to interrupt.
actually source material.
Yeah, right. What were you gonna say, Yosh?
I hope if they're gonna put anyone from Marvel in, because they've said they're running out of ideas. They're thinking about bringing back Iron Man and Black Widow, which I think is very fucking stupid. Because comics
I
already
think
do that
that's their
nonsense of
fault.
like, oh, no one can stay dead. We don't need the movies to do it too. If they're gonna put in random characters, I hope they put in Doorman, because he is both the most overpowered and stupidest character that they've made, aside from Deadpool. For those who don't know, Doorman is literally a man who can become a doorway between walls. So literally, he can, like, he stands in a wall, you can walk through him and go to the other side of the wall.
That is the
dumb.
most-
That's what they start out
So like
with.
that one,
And-
like that one devil fruit from One Piece.
Oh,
it does,
okay.
but it gets
Yeah.
better. So
The guy doesn't
that's what it
use
was
that
originally. And everyone's like, that's dumb. That's just Kitty Pryde's power, but worse.
Yeah,
I mean, but
realistically.
everyone can use it.
Exactly.
So like, there's no
Okay.
reason to have it other than just have if you don't have Kitty Pryde. But he got upgraded because Stan Lee himself was like, this character needs more love. So he gave him the biggest buff of all time by making it so he's the doorway to every single dimension ever. not just Marvel ones, every single one.
Mm.
And also he can fly using skis, like skis used for snowing, for snow.
That is.
Yeah, that
I don't know why.
My head.
An even bigger meme than
the
Morbius.
wise character ever, and I love him. He's like,
That
whenever
explains-
someone asks me who's your favorite hero that no one knows of, instantly Doorman, because he's the stupidest
Doorman.
design ever. You can't
I
tell
mean-
me that he was came up with by Stan Lee by not snorting that booger sugar back when it was legal. You
Booger
cannot tell me
sugar.
that.
Listen,
He should become the new Morbius.
Stan Lee needed
He should.
an
He
excuse
should.
for how
He's been blessed by the one above all, if I remember correctly. So he has cosmic powers.
What were you gonna say, Raven?
I was trying to point out, Stan Lee just needed an excuse to explain how he could cameo in everything, even a DC production.
Oh yeah.
So he
Iron
created
Man.
that character.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he was bad shit. He was good bad shit with characters.
Okay, so my wife just walked in, and apparently we got a shipment of the brand new Gamer Subs flavor Lean.
Hey.
I just dropped an image of the container. It's hilarious. So I've got something to
Oh
go.
my god!
Yeah.
They actually had that approved? My god,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah. They'll
They
approve
really
just
call
about
it Lean. I
anything.
can't believe it.
Biden.
So
Man.
I'm gonna
I
go
want
sip
some
on that.
junk fruit
Supposedly
juice
it's
then, in that case.
sweet tea lemonade. It's supposedly sweet tea lemonade.
Oh, that sounds good.
So I'm gonna go try that,
I
unless someone
think-
else has something else they want to talk about real quick.
No,
Now I'm getting
Well,
it.
I got-
Right, real quick, because I did want to bring something up. Alright, no, wait. I'll just... Yeah, go ahead.
Well, if no one's got anything to talk about, then we can just go ahead and end the show here.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Alright,
That's
yeah.
pretty much it. I'm still fuming about them changing Echo's powers. I'm like,
Fair
Don't
enough.
blame
We'll go
you.
let you stew while I sip on some lean. Thank you, everybody, for joining the show. I appreciate everybody who managed to come out and have some fun with us. We record the show on the first Friday of every month, usually, which means the next show should be on December 1st. In the meantime,
wow.
thank you
Also-
again.
Sorry for being late this time.
You're fine, man.
It's
It
okay.
happens every once in a while. We don't really hold it against you. In the meantime, thank you again for coming by, and thank you again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I got the.
Bye. Bye.